What's up, people? Welcome back. I'm Carlo. If you're new here, I appreciate you allowing me to take up some of your time. If you watched last week's video, I know I mentioned I'd be doing a review on the Cook lenses that I rented. I'm not going to be doing that for this video, but I did not forget about it. I'm going to incorporate the review with the videos that I shot with those lenses, so please stay tuned for that video. But today I'm going to be talking about collaboration. The reason why I wanted to bring up collaboration is because I experienced the fullness of collaboration this past weekend. My buddy Scott, Tomas, and myself spent the past pretty much 5 days together entirely. I had two personal projects that I had this weekend, and my buddy Scott also had a project that he needed to get done this weekend as well. And this whole weekend was pretty much without pay. None of us really did any of these for money. My projects in particular were two spec projects that I'll be diving into deeper in another video, but one of them was for Nike, one of them was for Alo Yoga. I just wanted to be able to create a branded video so I could start pitching these to companies and for my reel as well. And I knew I couldn't do this alone. So I asked Scott and my buddy Tomas to come along and help me as well. And I really couldn't have done it without them. Same thing with Scott. He had a project for one of those companies that he works with called Jersey Shore Supplements. It was a workout and a pre-workout type of video promo, and I was more than happy to help him do whatever he needed, make sure that he was always okay, and everything that he needed at a particular point I was there for. If I needed to grab something or if I needed to get a second angle, I was always there for him. Tomas was the biggest help for this whole entire weekend. He was mainly the behind the scenes shooter and assistant throughout these whole 5 days. Having someone like this who doesn't have an ego, who's super humble and is just willing to learn is super important to have on set. And having someone like Tomas just really, it created a smoother environment for us to create this story. I really started thinking about collaboration when a couple days ago my girlfriend asked me, when you're in charge of a set, how do you take people's opinions when they want to offer some suggestion? And I said it's pretty simple. You have to keep an open mind. You have to be truthful to yourself. You have to be honest, and you have to know that sometimes you don't have all the answers. And even if you think you do, there's always someone that might have a better vision or just an outside perspective on something. And being able to listen to that person without any ego or any sort of, and I don't know, any sort of something other than just an openness, you're gonna find value in what they say. Whether you take that information and you use it practically on that scene, or you don't use it at all, but you might have found a little bit of what he was saying and maybe put it into your scene. So it's all about finding a balance of listening to people, staying true to yourself, and then being able to create something that everyone is happy with. Because at the end of the day, that's really what filmmaking is about, is spending time with people that you really care about, creating something beautiful, a great story. And without collaboration, without having people's opinions, or without having people feel comfortable giving you an opinion, you're not going to have a great set. It's not going to be a fun and enjoyable time for everyone. So being able to make sure that everyone is comfortable to speak up and say their mind, or if they have an idea, everyone should be always more than welcome to speak their mind at any point, because that thing that they're gonna say, it might be the best thing for the whole entire film. Because when you're the director, when you are the head of the film, you have a solid vision, you know where you want to go, and sometimes it's hard to kind of break away from that because you want to be in charge. But really listening to these other outside opinions, whether it's an assistant, production designer, makeup, whoever it is, there's always some value in what they say. Whether you're going to use it or not, always just listen and take in some information, because it might be valuable right now, it might be valuable later on. But in general, just keep an open mind and be respectful of these people, because for instance, this weekend, for my shoots in particular, it wasn't paid for anyone. So having that knowledge and respecting the fact that they came out and spent their whole entire day with me just to create something that I envisioned, is really, it's an amazing thing, and I have to respect them for doing that, and I can't shut them down for any opinion. I want to listen to them. I want to learn, and because I don't know everything. Scott and Tomas, they have visions as well. They're creative. They have all of these ideas, and to not be able to listen to that, it would be very stupid of me. But I kept an open mind this whole weekend. I loved their opinions. I incorporated so much of them into my film that I would have never even thought of. And I really do think that collaboration is one of the most important aspects of filmmaking. So one more point to go along with collaboration is just the idea of doing free work, especially when it's for your friends or someone that you look up to. Like, for example, a lot of you guys are new to this channel, and that's all thanks to a good friend of mine, Danny Gevertz. He's an amazing cinematographer and filmmaker that I've had the absolute pleasure of watching and learning, and pretty much just picking his brain whenever I can, because he really is someone that I look up to, and he's at a level that I aspire to get to. So anytime he hits me up for a shoot, anytime he needs me to help, do whatever I can. I don't even ask if there's money involved. That's not even a question in my brain. I'm always there because I know that the value that I get out of that shoot will be way more than any of the money that I will ever receive from that. Because that value and that information that I learn, I could take to my own shoots, and I could help the people that I bring along as well. It's really just a big cycle. And when this weekend, when I helped Scott on his shoot, he was more than happy to help me on mine. It's just, it's the way it works. You help someone, you have their back, and then they help you and they have your back. So being able to do free work and just being able to be available for your friends whenever they need you, whether it's to be an assistant, to hold up a bounce, or do something that you might not want to do because you think you're above it or whatever, but sometimes it's a humbling experience just to be around your friends and watch them create their vision and be a part of it and help them. So that's really all I wanted to talk about today, is just how important collaboration is, and how important helping friends out and doing things for free and just being readily available for them anytime is just super important. So thank you so much for watching this. I really appreciate it, and I will see you soon.